Hi everybody, welcome back to another live makeover tutorial. Today I'd like to welcome Leanna to studio. We're so excited to have her. So Leanna's gorgeous sister Lily has also been on the channel. So I'll link that video at the end of this one so you guys can see both of their beautiful faces. So I thought it would be fun to talk about contouring today on Leanna. So Leanna actually was our model last week. And for the first time, we had technical difficulties and we could not get it to stream. So we had no video last Thursday. So Leanna came back and we are so grateful. She's so beautiful. I'm excited to do her makeup for you guys. So we already did eyes and brows. We have a before video. We'll flash that for you guys in just a second. But I'm going to start with foundation. So I'm going to show you guys a fun trick when you're going to highlight and contour. If I want to do some nice sculpting and look really snatched, really glam, I love to do creams. I feel like you can reshape the face easier and actually more naturally than you can with powders. I'm going to layer both, but I'm going to show you what I love to do and actually like to start my contouring with foundation. And I will explain. So I oftentimes will mix shades for people, so I'm going to mix 2 shades on Leanna today. And a fun tip, if you're going to cream contour and you like a lot of forehead work, which most people do when they contour, it's fun to actually do a bit of a darker shade on the forehead. So the deeper shade that I'm mixing in, I'm just going to do that on cute Leanna's forehead today. And that is not the brush I want. And I will link this brush for you guys. This is the e.l.f. Ultimate Blending Brush. I saw another makeup artist on Instagram recommend this brush and I picked it up. It's only $6 and it works amazing. I have ditched all my other foundation brushes. I sometimes don't even use my beauty blender. I love it. It's actually my most purchased item from you guys. When I link stuff in the description box, this is sold the most. I think people are just excited about the price point and it really does work so well if you've seen my other tutorials. Okay, so I just like to do the darker shade into the forehead. You do want to get up into that hairline. And then I'm going to mix the two for the rest of Leanna's face. Do you contour?
No.
No?
Hardly.
Do you wear foundation day to day?
I just do like a normal one every now and then.
You literally have flawless skin. So I feel like you probably don't. It's probably why you don't contour, is because you really don't need foundation at all. What are some tips for us? How can we get Leanna's amazing skin?
I really don't know. I just wash my face.
That's good.
So,
cleansing, moisturize.
mm-hmm.
It's gorgeous. You have like no pores. It's very fun to do your makeup. Okay, so I love to bring foundation onto the neck, especially when I'm going to contour. It just helps everything blend. If you really want to get fancy, if you have like an event or something like that and you want to be full glam, full coverage, you can do makeup on your chest. I prefer probably a body makeup for that, but you can, because sometimes when you really go glam on your face, Leanna has really even skin, so like her chest is flawless, but a lot of people will have sun damage or they're more red in certain areas and then their neck is more pale and then their face is multitonal, which most of us are. So if you go very full coverage on the face and you don't address the other areas and you have more of an open neck outfit or something like that, it can look a little off. So if you're getting photographed, keep that in mind. Okay. But for day to day, I just feel like if you buff the jaw area, it is just going to blend and look a lot nicer. You don't need to go down the neck for every day. In fact, it's annoying because it would get on you. Well, depending on how you set it and what products you use, it can get on your clothes, and that's not great. Or your baby. I'm always like worried I'm going to get makeup on my little baby when I kiss her and stuff like that. Not always worried. I really don't, but more if she's like wearing white or something. Let's actually, why I'm blending this in before I get into the contouring, I'm just making this look airbrush, just pressing everything into her skin. Let's just flash Leanna's before video really quick so you can see before the brows and the eyes that we did. Actually, you have great natural brows too.
Thank you.
Do you get them done or do you sculpt them yourself?
I usually do it myself.
They look so, really? They're so good. They're like very even. You did great. I'm picky about people's brows. They always like, even if they get them done, I'm like, can I pluck like 3 hairs, please? But yours, I did no plucking. They're perfect. Okay. What were you going to say?
Oh no, I was just thinking I usually get nervous about somebody else doing it.
Oh, I don't blame you,
But
for sure.
I don't know if they're gonna do it right or make it a completely different shape.
Yes, no, brows are, especially when you have nice full brows like you, like if somebody did the wrong shape, you'd be like, I have to grow that area back. And no, I understand. Well, you do a great job. Okay, so I'm going to I use this a lot. This is the Graftobian Warm Palette number 3. This is the High Def Glamour Cream, and this is super great for contouring. These 2 shades right here, I generally mix them, and the tone of them is really great for kind of that bronzy contour look. So I like to start on the cheekbones, and I'm actually, let's see, that was the brush. So I switched brushes, and this one was the one I had originally applied foundation on. So I grabbed on accident when I went to get more of these brushes. This is the e.l.f. Buffing Foundation brush, but it's a little bit smaller. So this is the one I like for foundation. This is the Ultimate Blending. And then this one, the actual foundation brush, is like a little bit smaller. So I actually decided that I wanted to use these for cream contouring because I want that area to be a little bit smaller. So we'll dip that into my cream, but that brush had a little foundation on it. So what I like to do, I'm going to turn you so the camera can kind of see. So this is where people go to put contour usually. They'll start like middle of the ear because this is where the hollow of your cheekbone is, and they'll go ahead and contour that. But when you look forward, depending on the shape of your face, that generally kind of pulls everything down and makes your contour look really heavy and a little bit harsh, for lack of a better word. So what I like to do is start more near the top of the ear and go upper cheekbone, because as you blend, things are going to migrate down. So I apply with one side of the brush, and then I'm going to buff as I go. So because this is a warmer contour, it's going to also act as the bronzer, and it will look nice on the upper cheekbones. So we're just going to let this set. Sorry, I'm going to turn you kind of towards me. When I'm on camera, I cannot like switch sides or be in front of her, so it's like a little funny to do this side. Okay, so I'm actually gonna let that set while I go back to concealer. Okay, let's talk about forehead for a second. So Leanna has a great forehead. We're not correcting with our contour, we're just enhancing. So if you have a more larger forehead, you could go ahead and bring that down with the contour. If you have a small forehead, you would just really do minimal, if any, contouring up there. But I really love the look of a bronze on each side, sort of near the temple. I like to start my contour there and then buff it into the middle. A lot of people start their contour right on top, and they'll kind of do that rainbow arch, if you will. And I still ultimately get to that shape, but I find that if you start and you focus on the middle, it just looks a little heavy right there. I actually like the depth to be in the temples. Okay, so I have not fully blended her cheeks. I'm gonna let that sit in while I do some concealer. So we are gonna take some Tarte Shape Tape. I think I'm gonna do the shade medium. Let's see how that looks on Leanna. You have a really pretty eye shape, Leanna.
Thank you.
Do you like to play with different eye looks?
I think in terms of like colors, I like to do more like rosy colors.
Ooh, that'd be pretty, like the pinky stuff, like kind of like your top.
Yeah.
That'd be gorgeous.
And if I like really feel up for it, I'll do more like blues and greens.
Ooh, that'd be pretty too.
I need to get more makeup with those colors.
What palette do you like for your rose tones?
Not that I can name them off of the top of my head. I just go to Ulta every now and then see if I find one that I like.
Yes, so you just go. And Leanna is an artist. I'm sure it's fun for you to go makeup shopping and choose colors and stuff like that.
Yeah. I don't do it often, but
when you do.
when I do, I take my time
I love
picking
it.
colors. So
That's so fun. You probably are amazing. I feel like people that can, do you draw? What type of art do you do? I asked you last time, but I can't remember.
yeah, I do mostly portraits, and I like to just mess around with pencil and pen, and then add in marker or paint or wherever I want.
That's
so
amazing.
Kind of more abstract. And then I don't normally paint my nails, but I like to use nail polish because it gives a unique texture on the paper.
Oh, really?
So I do like little flowers and stuff
That's
like that.
really cool. Yeah, and then they'd be raised a little bit, like the petals and stuff with the nail polish.
Yeah.
Where can I see your art? Do you have an Instagram?
I do have an Instagram.
Okay, what's your Instagram so we all can see?
It's ro.luxymeli.
Okay,
So
I'm gonna look it up. That's so cool. If you do portraits, you're probably really great. Like when you do makeup, you probably do amazing. I feel like anyone that draws, especially if they draw the face or anything like that, they're just because you know like where the lights and the dark should be, and like that's fun.
I like lipsticks.
You do?
Like purples. They're pretty.
What's your favorite purple lipstick? Like brand and shade?
I don't have a brand.
You don't have a brand. Do you mix your lipsticks
I kind of
to get?
mix them. I think if I ever like have makeup really from a brand, the most it's been like Mary Kay. Because like I had an aunt that she would sell it.
Okay.
And so we would always get makeup from her.
They have good lipsticks.
They do. And it lasts a good while.
Yeah. So you would, and they had a good purple shade for you? That's fun. Purple is a pretty color. This might not be the purple you're talking about, but I love in the fall when everyone does that really vampy kind of like deep purple. That one's pretty, I think. What do you do?
I like the more on the shade of burgundy kind of tone.
That's pretty.
Or like a berry wine.
Berries are gorgeous. The burgundy would look good with like the pinks that you say you like to do in your eyes. Okay, so after this, the contour I originally did has sort of sat on the skin. I do the concealer, and then I go back and I continue to buff this contour in a little bit. And I'm not going to fully blend it with my brush because I'm going to go in with the Beauty Blender. Turn you this way. So if you guys are watching live, welcome. We're so excited to have you. There is a live chat. It should automatically pop up for you guys. If you don't see it, maybe we'll have to film a little tutorial to show you guys how to find it, and we'll play that in some of our later videos. But there is a live chat. It's usually just near the description box that either pops up for you or there's drop-down arrows. But you can ask questions. You can say hello. You can tell Leanna how beautiful she is. Okay, we're just going to do some light contouring on the jaw. So when I do full face of contour, I do the jaw. I just do a little bit, and I'll bring it down the neck a little bit. For day-to-day looks, I generally do not do the jaw. The jaw is one of the things that in person, day-to-day, not being photographed, it just is a little more apparent that you're, wearing makeup, and it looks a little bit more out of place, I would say. I feel like we're used to seeing cheek contours, we're used to seeing the forehead contours, but sometimes in real life the jaw contour doesn't translate super well. But I do have a video specifically on jaw contouring. If you want to do a lot and you're either getting photographed or something like that, I have a video. It is called How to Contour a Double Chin, which Leanna does not have, so I won't be demoing that today. But I did have a model, and she modeled for me, and she asked if we could cover that topic. And so it's a video all on jaw contouring. So I talk about how to make it look natural in the day, if it's something you want to wear, how to do it for photos, how to do it for both if you have an event where you're being photographed and seen in person. So it's all about that if you guys want to see it. It's on my channel. Okay, once that's on, let's do a little bit of nose contouring. So I'm going to take, this is a Luxie brush. This is the JD180. This is for nose contouring. It has a bushy end and a more flat, precise end. So I just have that, the contour cream that I mixed on a palette. So I'm just gonna dip a little bit of that in, sort of wipe off the excess. And I'm gonna start upper bridge on Leanna. She has a great nose. Do you nose contour ever?
No.
It's like more intense. I feel like definitely people don't usually do this day to day. Nose contour, I love it, but I don't do it often on my channel because it's really difficult to not get in the way of the camera, because optimally you'll be right in front of the person and you'll be stepping back so you can really see if you're getting it even, if you're sculpting the nose you want, but it's really difficult to do that without getting in the ways of the camera. So I do not often do it, but this is how I do it. So I usually get the shape and then I'll connect it to the brows. With her eye look, I brought some of the shadows in near this area, and so when I bring the nose contour in, it's gonna blend with the brows. So this is the end where you do your placement, and then you flip it and it has this cool little sort of bushy end and you can blend it. Check in on our live chat. It's showing me an ad. That's funny. I didn't know they had this live. Okay, Marjorie, hello. She says, what a beautiful model she is. We're happy to have her. Hi, JulieGirl76. And then we have a question. What did you use for contour? So I will list or link everything in the description box, but this is the Graftobian palette. So Graftobian has a really great line of, I'll hold it by Leanna's face. Graftobian has a really great line of cream products. So they have cream foundation, they have cream contours. They blend really well, but they also wear really well throughout the day. Sometimes creams tend to fade away, but that one I really love. So it's a Graftobian palette. And then it is the warm number 3. I really like the tones in that palette, but they have many, many options for all skin tones. But that one seems to work pretty well across the board. Okay, so after I sculpt the nose slightly, we're going to go in with the Beauty Blender, and then we're going to powder. So I'm just going to use, this is the RCMA No Color palette. I would say palette, powder. Okay, and we're just going to set the nose. When you go over things with powder, it's going to soften it a little bit. And you said you get a little bit oily. Right?
So little.
Not much?
No. When I was little, yes.
Okay.
But not as much as I used to.
When you were little, you would get oily?
Yeah.
Like how young?
Well, I guess like once I got into high school.
Oh, okay.
I think body chemistry just changed a little bit.
Yes. I know. I feel like we all have had oily skin in high school. Most people, you just get all the fun skin stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so now that that's on, I want to do a cream blush on Leanna. So I have just set the parts that could potentially crease, so under the eyes, stuff like that. So I haven't set the rest of the face. So I'm going to do a cream blush. I love the NARS liquid blushes. They are fantastic. This is the shade Torrid, and they do separate. So you just have to shake them before you use them. There is a pink shade that I often use. It's like a very pretty rose pink. It's one of the NARS colors. And then this one is more peach, slightly orange. It's called Torrid. So I'm just going to go ahead and tap this on her upper cheekbones. This is actually like the perfect color for your shirt. It's like, it's more orange than your shirt, but it pulls pink because it's next to your shirt. Have you done liquid blush ever?
No. I don't think I've ever, I think the only time I ever like actually wore blush was like prom.
Really?
So,
not a big blush girl?
no.
That's funny. I feel like some people are either like love blush or you just don't. I love it, but I feel like now with the trends of makeup, most people just will do a bronzer or something or nothing.
Yeah.
What do you tend to do when you do your makeup? When you're like,
when I
okay,
do
I'm
my
doing my
makeup-
makeup. Do you do like a bronzer or just nothing?
Just nothing. Like, I haven't really gone out of my way to like find a good palette,
Mm-hmm.
and so I think that's why I haven't really ventured into the whole contour
Yeah.
avenue. But I had like an old palette. I think it was like that Naked brand or
Mhm.
something like that I got as a Christmas present. That was like years ago though. So
I'll use good palettes. You more do the eyes. Do fun eye looks. Okay. Another thing you can do if you want to further sculpt the cheeks is you can use this translucent powder and you can brighten. So I'm going to go ahead and turn you this way for the camera. So if I want to further sculpt the cheekbone, I'll just set some translucent powder right under the contour. I usually bring it in about mid-ear is where I start it, and then I swoop it up to meet meet the mouth. Except for I don't want to feed Leanna some powder. It's not very good. I'll turn you this way. The camera might be able to see it a little better. So start mid-ear, swoop it up towards the outside edge of the mouth. And if you let it sit a little bit, it's going to brighten. So the longer you let it sit and the more powder you apply, the more it's going to brighten. So I'm going to do about that much and let it sit. I'm going to go ahead and put some eyelashes on Leanna today to complete her eye look, and then we'll do lips, and I will show you how I set the contour with bronzer. But why that sits, we'll put on the eyelashes. So I ordered these from Amazon to try. So Amazon had, they're like faux mink lashes, so they're like the nice kind with the really thick band. They're like hand sewn in the lashes, so they're more fluffy than a typical lash. And these had like 2,000 5-star reviews. So, and I think they were only like $9. So we're gonna try these on Leanna. They don't look down for me. We're gonna size them. They don't look quite as full. Open for me. That's pretty. Okay, they don't look quite as full as like a Lily lash or let me show you some other. So these are velour lashes. So these are like the luxury mink lashes. I think these are like $30 a pair. I'll hold them up by Leanna. So these are really, really nice. I think these ones are hand sewn, and you can tell they're multiple layers, but look how wispy the tips are. Like, these are stunning. So I was looking on Amazon kind of for a dupe, and so these are the ones I got. So you can tell the band isn't as thick. They don't have as many layers, but they still look nice, and I think they're going to be really pretty on Leanna today. So we will try these. So I am going to trim them. I'm going to trim them from the outside corner. And then we're going to use some black glue today. I like black glue if I think the model or the client won't have fluttery lids or eyes won't water. If they will, then I'll do the clear. No pressure, Leanna.
Don't get watery.
I know, don't get watery. No, it's okay if you do. Then I'll show everyone how to fix it. Okay, what contour palette would you recommend for light, cool tone skin? Okay, so for light, cool tone skin, you probably will not like this one. This one's more warm, unless you are going for a very bronze, like that very LA sort of Kardashian bronze and contour where it's very warm. I like for cool, pale skin, fair skin, I really like the Huda, it's called Tantor. You get it from Sephora, and it's a cream bronzer in their lightest shade. You can still do a similar look to what I did on Leanna. You can still do a bronze contour, but it's not quite as warm. It doesn't pull orange, I found on fair skin. Go ahead and look down. It's, but don't close. I enjoyed the undertones of it. It wasn't too cool, but it didn't pull orange. So that is the one I like. Okay, I'm so excited to see what these look like. So the sad things, I can't even link these for you guys because I ordered 2 packs of it from the same seller on Amazon, and the same photo and everything, but they came night and day difference. The box was like not the same. Like nothing was like the picture on Amazon. They look great. I'm excited for them. They look good, but I feel like you may not know exactly what shape you're getting from. It was just that one seller. They're not Amazon brand or anything like that. But if you want to try some new lashes for fun, I just searched foaming lashes because I don't want the real ones because it's not necessary to have real fur in your lashes. But anyways, if you searched on Amazon, just get one with good reviews. You will get something good. Okay. I didn't curl Leanna's lashes today because I was talking about contour. But generally, before I do the strip lashes, I definitely get in there and curl the natural lashes just so that they sit a little bit nicer. We can curl after, but my preference is to do it before and after. Okay, we just got a question. What is the brand of those lashes? Will you link them before for us? I will link them for you. I will link the link I got them through, but buyer beware. They won't come as pictured, but Amazon is good with their return policy. So I'll show them up for you guys. So this is what the box looked like. It's the new Collie brand, but that wasn't what it was listed in the seller. It was just listed as like foaming lashes. And then this is what they look like. They look down for me. They are like a caddis shape. They're longer on the outside. They're very wispy without being chunky. So I like them. I will link the ones I got, but I am hesitant to because I don't know if you'll get the same ones. So Amazon. How do they feel?
Really long.
Yeah, they're long. They're longer than the ones we did last time. Look down for me. Hair in my face. Sanitize my hands. So Leanna, like I said, she was here last week and we just couldn't get the stream. Like it wouldn't connect. We couldn't go live. So I still did her makeup and we did more natural lashes. They were cute. Had you worn fake lashes before? Last time?
A couple times. I think I did for prom.
Cute.
And for like a Halloween costume, but other than that, those are like the few times that I've worn them.
How did they feel? Were they comfortable? Did you wear them?
Yeah,
for a good chunk
they
of the
were
day?
comfortable. These are pretty comfy.
Yeah, these aren't too bad. I think when the glue dries on you, they'll be more comfortable. And then I think when I get the mascara on them and curl them, they won't look as long. Like they're long from the side. Look as long to you is what I mean. Like you know how when you're wearing them and you can just, all you see is lashes, like they're kind of blocking your view. If I curl them, that will help a little bit.
Right.
So this is the Hoola bronzer powder. So I'm just setting the bronzer on her face with this. And then I wiped away that translucent powder that we put under the cheeks. I just wiped it away. And it pretty much had set in at that point, and it did a nice job brightening. It looked really pretty. So since Leanna has such beautiful skin texture, I'm gonna do like glow all over. So this is the Hourglass Ghost palette. I use this so often. But what I like about it is they're all glow powders, but they're very finely milled. It's more of a sheen. There's not really sparkle or big chunks of glitter in this palette, but I like it because it has highlighters, and then it also has like these blush colors are really pretty too. So we did like a really natural nose contour on Leanna today, and I like that. I'm gonna highlight the nose a little bit, but if you really want to define the nose, then I do go in again and set it with a contour powder and I further sculpt it. But just for a more natural appearance, I'm not gonna do that. Okay, and then this is like a little baby brush. Just gonna take the lightest highlight color in this palette. Just do a little bit of highlighting on the nose, the bridge of the nose. Okay, and we'll do A little bit of highlighting on the inner eye too. You can close if you want. Okay, look forward for me. I don't know. I actually don't think I'm going to curl these lashes. I'm going to put mascara on and see, because they are longer. I feel like if I curl them, they'll look super tall. But I'm going to put mascara on them.
And this is a cute little brush.
I know, isn't it so cute? They're like disposable ones, and I break
cool.
them so that they fit in my little my little case. Go ahead and look down. This is the MAC mascara. They sent me a bunch of samples when I ordered some powders. So with these lashes, with the foam inks, you do not typically want to do mascara in the tips of them. Go ahead and look up, because they're already sewn in to appear wispy and to appear fluffy. They can look a little bit like spiky if you put the mascara on. So sometimes I'll do mascara on more natural lashes that are meant to look like your own eyelashes, but generally with these foam ink ones, I don't put mascara up there, just because they already, like, you're generally paying, depending on the brand you get, you're generally paying for like the exact look that they come. You don't need to alter it. Oh, just in case somebody, because the person that asked about the brand of lashes, if you were asking about the velour lashes, like these luxury ones that I showed you guys, this is the brand Velour. And then this is the shade, or not the shade, the style. Oh no, maybe it doesn't say. Oh, Rich and Fluffy is a style. This is a gorgeous, gorgeous style, because it's really thick and full at the bottom. There's a lot of drama, but the tips are so wispy that they're very wearable on most people and most eye shapes. So, okay, let's do some lips. And on the velour ones, those are from Sephora, so you will get what you order. It won't be a surprise like the Amazon ones. Okay, this is the NYX liner. This is the shade Los Angeles. This is a pretty shade. It's a nude, like a nude brown, but it almost has sort of like a cool undertone, like sort of a slight pink, like a mauve brown. And it's really pretty. I really like it. It's a great base for different lip colors. Just gonna outline her lips, then I'll top it with some lipstick. Okay. If you guys have any more questions, go ahead and drop them now so you can get to them before we sign off. For Leanna's lips today, I want to do more of like a warm brown base. I didn't pull actually the color I wanted to use on you today, so I'm going to mix a couple things. We're going to mix a couple shades. They're all by MAC. We're going to do Spirit and Honey Love. Okay. Maybe Verve. Verve is pretty. We'll mix Verve and Spirit. Hi, Angelique. She said, I learned a lot from seeing the contouring. Beautiful model and look. Oh, thank you. Yeah, she's stunning. We're happy to have her today. Yeah, I love to see, it's really fun to see how other people contour, because I feel like what's trendy right now and the end result of how a lot of people do it is similar, but it's really fun to see people's different techniques. There's a million ways to do everything in makeup. And then somebody said, I love the Velour lashes, but they're expensive. Yeah, they are. They're definitely more pricey. They are meant to be multiple use. I think they say on their website you can get up to 25 uses from them. They are, I mean, they're a high maintenance lash. They're high maintenance look. They're stunning. If you're just tuning in, these weren't the Velour. I showed the Velour. they're gorgeous, gorgeous, but you do just have to take good care of them. They do last. So if you're able to get 25 wears after them, it makes them like $1 or something a wear. So it's not too bad, but they are an investment for sure. So this is the color I mixed Leanna today. I feel like we're very inspired by your shirt. It's very like complimentary to what you're wearing. It's more brown than your shirt, but it looks good. And I'm not going to do a gloss on Leanna today because some of these shades I mixed for her have a little bit of a sheen. So the lipstick already has a little bit of a shine. The shine is really, really picked up in the lights we do, so I feel like sometimes if I top it with a gloss, you can't see the full shape of the lip. Gorgeous. Okay, let's see. I might add a teeny bit more blush. And then we'll show Leanna. Just a little. I like the way that's looking now. Okay, wipe this off my hand. Alright, let's do... I sort of get sad to top blush with the liquid blush with powder because it changes the texture a little bit. So I'm going to use, this is a MAC mineralized blush, and so it has a little bit of a sheen. So it's not going to go on as powdery as a matte blush, but I do want a little more color in her cheeks. So I think this is the shade Give Me Sun by MAC. It's very pretty. It's a really pretty peachy blush. It's so super flattering. It looks good on everybody. It's a great summer blush. Gorgeous. Okay, let's smoke out your under eye a little bit, and then we will show you before, and then we will show you. Awesome. Yay. I never can open this palette. Okay. So this is the NARS palette. Go ahead and look up. So I'm just using one of their bronzy shades, and I'm going to smoke under Leanna's eyes a little bit. I don't want to do too much. I did like a pretty sort of like exotic cat eye on Leanna today. So we did pointed liner on the inside and a bit of a wing on the outside. So I don't want to smoke too much shadow in the middle to detract from that, but I want a little bit. Okay, let's go ahead and flash beautiful Leanna's before one more time so you guys can see, and then I'm going to show Leanna, the big reveal. Okay, you ready? Yay!
Oh, I really like it.
So
I actually
pretty.
like the blush.
The blush is pretty, huh?
Mm-hmm.
That's like a great color for you. I'll have to write them down for you. It really is like, I feel like your makeup today goes so good with your shirt, and I wasn't even planning that.
I really like it.
You look
Thank you so
stunning.
much.
And thank you for being my model. You are the best. Thank you for coming twice and dealing with our technical difficulties last week. Okay, guys, big thank you to Leanna. Big thank you to you guys in the live chat and those of you that watch the replay. If you missed me, mentioned it before, Leanna's sister Lily was on the channel. I'll add a little thumbnail of her video, so if you're watching the replay, you can click on it and you can see her cute sister. They are both stunning. And then we will be live again tomorrow, so we'll see you guys then.